In this video, I'm going to be telling you the most popular running shoes of 2023. What is up, everybody, and welcome to a very different video here on 40 Runs. I thought this would be very cool and very interesting to do, especially for you shoe geeks. Okay, right, so I've got to give a shout out to the guys at Start Fitness who are also sponsoring this video. Go over to startfitness.co.uk and use the code 40 Runs. You'll get 10% off all their shoes and running kits, so make sure you head over to them, and thanks very much to them for sponsoring this video. But yes, I went to the guys at Start Fitness and I challenged them to go through their data and let me know what have been the most popular running shoes so far this year. Now, before you do anything else, let me know in the comments your top 3 shoes which you think are the most popular sold this year, and I'm talking, you know, volume. They can be from any sort of year, so which ones in terms of maybe it's like the Guide 15, for example. So let me know in the comments which 3 shoes you think Start Fitness have sold the most of in up until let's say the end of June 2023. Let's just make sure I've got the figures right. So let me know in the comments, and also, separate thing, let me also know your top 3 sold shoes of this year. So they have to be new this year. So yeah, actually we'll do the 2. We're doing this video, we'll do the top 3 shoes sold in the first half of the year in the UK, right, at startfitness.co.uk, and the sort of new models this year as well, because that'd be kind of cool. So let me know in the comments before you carry on with this video. Right, so I thought this would be kind of cool. It'd be interesting to see what the sort of buying habits of the people of the UK are. If you don't know, Start Fitness is I think the biggest independent running store. They're based up in Newcastle. They've got a big online store, and they're great people. They obviously partner up with 40 Runs, which is awesome, so you can use the code. But so they sell a lot of running shoes, and I thought it'd be really cool to see the sort of shoes they've been selling, if there's any trends there, there's sort of any outliers there, and it just, yeah, I think for us shoe geeks it's interesting to know what people have been buying this year. Okay, so let's start off with the top 3. Now, I obviously know what the top 3 are that they've sold this year, and these are the top 3 that don't have to be from this year. So when I thought about this list, I thought it would be something from the top 3 would be something from like Brooks. I thought you may get one of the Endorphin shoes in there, and you might get something like a bit of an outliner, something from, I don't know, Salomon or something like that, or, you know, a bit of a weird one in there. Within that top 3 that maybe they had a big discount on or something like that. I thought that would be the top 3. And you know what? I wasn't a million miles away, actually. So overall, in the first half of 2023, the 3 biggest selling shoes for startfitness.co.uk are the Saucony Guide 15, the Puma Velocity Nitro 2, I think it was. Actually, I wrote down, yeah, 2. And then you've got, get ready for it, the Brooks Ghost. Now, I was kind of right-ish thinking about it, because actually Puma was probably that Salomon. So I think that I sort of that gives us a little bit of information, a little bit of data actually to talk a little bit more about. Because really, if you think about it, you've got the Puma Velocity Nitro 2, which I guess people have been buying. One is, and all 3 of those are good shoes, right? But I think people have been buying that because Start Fitness, I know, have had it really, really cheap. You can get that shoe for like, I think at one point, I might be wrong, but at one point I think it was about 48 quid. And then if you're adding like my discount code on it, it's a no-brainer. So you've got that, right? So that makes total sense. It's a good shoe, daily trainer, and interesting enough, all day trainers. But yeah, daily trainer. And then you've got the Brooks Ghost, which we know they sell like gazillions of. Brooks, you know, like them, hate them, whatever you say about them in terms of opinion. But we know the Ghost is a hugely popular shoe. I just wish it would look a little bit more awesome. But they sell truckloads of them. And I'm guessing Start Fitness are probably the same as all the other shoe retailers out there. Probably sell truckloads of Ghost. It's well priced, it does the job. It's got a high drop, so it's not for everybody. But if you're looking for a sort of, this is not the right word, but run-of-the-mill daily trainer that does everything, then the Ghost is going to do that. And then number 3, you've got the Guide, which is, I think, the best stability shoe out there. And we know how many stability shoe wearers are out there, right? And this is where it annoys me with the brands, that they don't come out with like an out-and-out stability shoe for race day. I know the Kinvara Pro, I think touches on that, but they didn't design that necessarily to be a stability shoe, and they need to do that. But the guide in there, I think, tells you everything as well, because that is a back to basics, really good daily trainer with stability built into it. Okay, right, so that's our top 3 sold this year, okay, up to June. Let's now look at the top 3 shoes that were sort of new models in 2023. So hopefully you've let me know in the comments which ones you think and why. Now obviously I know the answers, but again, I would have thought something with a Brooks in it, something with probably a bit of Asics in it, and again something from maybe the Endorphin line. And I weren't actually that far wrong on this. So you ready? So biggest selling shoe of 2023 model, you got the Adrenaline GTS from Brooks. You've got the Saucony Endorphin Speed 3, although technically I think that was probably from last year, but we'll let them off. And you've got the Nimbus 25, which is a real surprise considering the cost of it. And they're the biggest selling shoes, models of 2023 for Start Fitness up until the end of June. Which again I think is really interesting, because at the top end you've got a stability shoe, which again tells me that the brands are missing a trick by not making more awesome stability shoes. Now we know the popularity of the Endorphin Speed 3, right? We just know that's probably the best super trainer out there, other than the Boston 12, which you can get at Start Fitness. That's probably the best super trainer out there, and it really does, like, literally, well actually I've got one here, where is it? It goes literally training, race day, couch, marathon. You can do everything in this shoe. It really is just phenomenal. It's well priced, it's well made, and it will do everything that you need to do. So I'm not surprised that's up there with those others. But the Nimbus 25 is a bit of an outlier for me, I think, because of the price. Now maybe, I know the guys that Start Fitness love to discount their shoes down, so maybe that's what that is. Maybe that was popular because they were selling that, and then, you know, you add my code in there and things like that. Maybe that's why that was so popular. It was a big shoe. It's a very comfortable shoe. It really is. I think it's still one of the most comfortable shoes I have, along with the Max Road 6 from Skechers. But it's just really surprised me that that's in there. It's a phenomenal shoe. It really is, and I'd recommend you buy it, but not at £180 or whatever it was when it came out. So there's some real food for thought there, isn't there? Yeah, I still can't get over the Nimbus. So yeah, I don't know whether this is interesting or not. I think I say this is mainly for you shoe geeks out there. But again, I'll just go back to my point. You know, a couple of the biggest selling shoes are stability shoes, which tells me that people are hunting out for those. So I really think, and hopefully some of the brands realise how important it is to make good stability shoes for people. Something, you know, funky and fast and awesome feeling. Because, you know, as it shows from that list, there is obviously massive demand for it. Okay, so let me know if this video is interesting or not. I've got to get, again, a big shout out to the guys at Start Fitness for putting that data together for me. It'd be cool actually to do one in the US, wouldn't it? I wonder if the guys at Running Warehouse would be up for that. Anyway, yeah, we'll come back to you on that one. But yeah, so let me know in the comments, was this enjoyable, was this interesting or not? Maybe we could do this again at the end of the year. Yeah, we could do that, so like for the full year, because, yeah, let me know in the comments. I'll be driven by you as always. Right, so anyway, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Again, big shout out to the guys at Start Fitness for sponsoring this video, but also for getting me that information. I thought it would be a cool thing to do. But yeah, I'll catch you later.